Ironheart turned out to be a far more enjoyable series than many expected. By the time Episode 6 concluded, it became clear that wasn't just another disposable Marvel show. Despite its connections to Iron Man and the lingering shadow of Tony Stark's legacy, Ironheart finds identity, with or without Robert Downey Jr. The absence of Downey doesn't stop the show from being filled with surprising moments, strong character dynamics, and intriguing setups for the MCU's future, especially with Riri Williams' magically enhanced suit, which could even help tie into theories about Downey's rumored return as Doctor Doom in Avengers Doomsday. The future of Ironheart remains uncertain. Originally part of Marvel's lineup of limited event series, many of which weren't intended to continue beyond one season, the current strategy within the MCU leans more toward multi-season arcs. That leaves hope alive for Ironheart Season 2, which would be a perfect opportunity to dive deeper into one of Marvel's most significant and promising new characters. The second half of the season delivered its fair share of twists. Some hit the mark, others missed. But without a doubt, the highlight for many fans came with the long-awaited arrival of Mephisto. Mephisto finally arrives, and it changes everything. After years of fan theories dating back to WandaVision in 2021, Marvel Studios finally introduced Mephisto to the MCU. Played by Sacha Baron Cohen, the character lived up to the hype. Cohen's portrayal struck the perfect balance of eerie menace and seductive charm, making him instantly captivating. His arrival completely alters the course of Ironheart and, potentially, the MCU as a whole. His influence on Riri Williams is both profound and tragic. In one of the show's most emotional moments, Riri makes a deal with Mephisto to resurrect her best friend, Natalie. Viewers already believed Natalie's AI had been permanently deleted by the end of Episode 5, which was heartbreaking enough. But Mephisto ups the stakes by offering to bring the real Natalie back from the dead, marking Riri in the process and binding her to him. This decision by Riri adds a morally complex layer to her character. It's understandable given her grief and the trauma of watching the Hood's magic tear her life apart. But it also shows her willingness to walk a dangerous line to get what she wants. This deal could have far-reaching consequences, especially as Mephisto's true intentions inevitably come to light. The MCU's magical expansion continues. Ironheart builds nicely on the MCU's growing magical corner. While Doctor Strange remains a central figure in the movies, Marvel's Disney Plus shows have expanded this side of the universe in exciting ways. Characters like Zelma Stanton, played by Regan Aaliyah, offer fresh perspectives and help ground the magic with real consequences. Zelma became an important ally for Riri, helping her understand the Hood's connection to dark magic. Although the Hood, played by Anthony Ramos, showed flashes of potential as a villain, his arc felt somewhat underdeveloped. His gang's fight with Riri and his vendetta over his cousin John's death were engaging, but the Hood's defeat came too easily. However, the post-credits scene hints that his story is far from over. Parker Robbins visits Zelma's shop, seeking help with heavy-duty magic. His unfinished arc leaves plenty of room for Ironheart Season 2 to explore his character more deeply, and potentially turn him from a one-dimensional antagonist into a complex figure who could even end up saving Riri from Mephisto's grip. Zeke Stane, a tragic fallout of Tony Stark's legacy. One of the show's standout performances came from Alden Ehrenreich as Zeke Stane, the son of Iron Man 2008 villain Obadiah Stane. Zeke's arc added a tragic yet fascinating layer to the series, as he desperately tried to separate himself from his father's dark legacy. But thanks to Riri's recklessness and disregard for his warnings about the biomesh technology tracing back to him, Zeke's worst fears came true. Once his identity was exposed, Zeke's life unraveled. Eventually, his decision to enhance himself with bionics turned him into a living weapon under the Hood's control, a dark reflection of how Obadiah's legacy continues to haunt the MCU. While Riri Williams is a complex, morally gray character who faces tough choices, her handling of Zeke's situation leaves room for criticism. A more careful, compassionate approach could have spared Zeke his tragic downfall. Yet, it adds to the show's layered portrayal of heroism, where actions have real consequences. Thank you for watching.